Hey guys, welcome back to Dark Souls 3. It's been a while since I've uploaded one of these videos. Um, I just wanted to catch up a little bit with my Terraria videos since I am enjoying playing that game too. Um, for the most part, I enjoy a lot of RPG games and sandbox games. Um, so I apologize if my upload schedule's a little wonky. I don't have that many subs or views on my videos. Not that I want any, to be honest. I would appreciate any support I get, of course, but it is definitely not required or anything like that. So I'm sort of just doing this for fun, as I've said before. And yeah, I hope you guys will continue to watch and enjoy the content. Oh god. Now, in the last part, we beat the Deacons of the Deep. That was a boss we needed to defeat before we could get through this area here. Technically, you can go through this area first, but you can't get all the way through it without the item that is dropped by the Deacons. So in this part, we will be going to FARRON Keep, but not before we fight this NPC invader, Yellowfinger Hazel. Oh god, we got invaded by a real player too, Peter. What an interesting name. What an interesting name for an invader, Peter. Now, is he gonna gank us? Or is he gonna let us fight? Oh, he is. He's gonna help us. Alright, I mean... Oh no. I'm sorry. I didn't actually want to kill him. Well... I kind of feel like shit for that, I'm not gonna lie. That guy helped me kill an NPC invader, and I inadvertently killed him with the AoE damage from my fire orb spell. Damn. Alright, well, with that out of the way, we can now fight these two NPC enemies. They are not invaders, but they are equally as difficult as Yellowfinger Hazel, in my opinion. As long as you have a good idea of how dodging and everything works in this game, then they won't be too tough. Right here, I accidentally aggroed both of them. Ideally, you don't want to aggro both of them because it makes the fight significantly harder. Unfortunately, I don't have a choice in this case. These NPC enemies are capable of casting miracles to heal themselves, so I really want to kill that guy before he heals himself. Oh my god. There we go. And I don't know why he didn't heal himself. He should have healed himself. I don't know why there's a little crab joining the fight here. Oh, we're out of mana. Oh. Yeah, he tries to heal himself, like I said. Right there you can get the Exiled Greatsword and the Great Club. Those are two pretty good weapons. I don't know why it's not letting me... Oh, never mind. So yeah, the Great Club's just a good strength weapon, and I think the Exiled Greatsword... never mind. It's just a standard Greatsword weapon. I thought it had a unique effect on it. But it does not. So yeah, with that out of the way, all the NPC invaders stuff. We also picked up that grass crest shield earlier. That is not a great shield because it doesn't have 100% physical block, but it does have a unique effect in that it will increase your stamina recovery when you have it equipped. And I believe that it stacks with the Chloranthy ring. So that's good too. But here we are, fellas. We are now... we're going to get rid of Aldrich's Sapphire for the Poison Bite ring because we're going to need a lot of poison resistance for this area. Welcome to FARRON Keep. This is one of the coolest areas in the game, in my opinion, despite the fact that it's basically just a giant poison swamp. A lot of people don't like this area because it's a giant poison swamp, and it can be kind of annoying getting poisoned over and over again. And I certainly don't blame anyone for feeling that way. It's sort of like Blight Town, but 10 times worse. But overall, like, as far as level design goes, I think this area looks pretty fucking neat. I mean, you got giant crumbled bridges up there, and you got the Lothric Castle in the background up there. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Now, even with the Poison Bite ring equipped, we are going to get poisoned a lot while we explore this area. That is just an unfortunate fact of dealing with this area. But there are items in this area that will be very useful to us. There's one item in particular over here that I would like to get. That's not it. This item, I think, right here. So, we'll get this item. Yes, an Estus Shard. There is another way you can go over there. We're not going to go that way because there are other enemy types over there that are kind of annoying. I don't want to deal with that. At least not right now. Now, the good thing about this game is that even if you're poisoned, it doesn't decrease the effectiveness of your healing. It's another thing I appreciate about this game. Demon Souls is very unforgiving in that regard. Now, over here, find a Dark Wraith enemy. If you played Dark Souls 1, you'll recognize these guys, and Dark Souls 2. These guys have very strong poise, and they are very powerful to kill. Very hard to kill, too, at the same time. So, for, like, super new players, I wouldn't recommend coming over here, but if you can manage to beat them, you get the Sage's Coal, which I believe will allow your blacksmith back at Firelink Shrine to infuse your weapons with, like, magic bonuses. Which will actually be good for us, because, we're eventually going to be using the Moonlight Greatsword, which is going to require intelligence scaling. So if we can find a decent weapon before the Moonlight Greatsword and infuse it with, like, intelligence, that might suffice until we can get the Greatsword. Oh god. That did way more damage than I thought it was going to do. And these are the other enemies in this level. You can basically treat them like Bloodborne monsters, but they poison you. And over here you'll also find these little flames to extinguish. We're going to skip these cutscenes. Basically, there are 3 of these flames that you have to find all throughout the swamp. And once you extinguish all 3 of them, you get access to the boss. And the boss, in my opinion, isn't too hard. So I don't think we'll have to worry about dying to him. for the time being, we will just be exploring the swamp and making some progress. Alright, there's another guy over here, but this guy has a different attack pattern. He will try to jump on you like Mario or some shit. And he also has a grab attack, so watch out for that. We got a little lucky there. It looks like his AI broke halfway during the fight. But that enemy can usually be very tough and annoying because they will just grab you and do like half your health and damage. And after they grab you, they actually buff themselves. So that's another like annoying thing. But after they grab you though, their attack power will go up. Getting stuck on a tiny little indent there. If you ever get lost while you're exploring this swamp, I recommend you just like follow the items that you can find on the ground. Because those items will help you out a great deal. And also you can find poison moss clump every now and then. That'll just cure your poison. So obviously that's very useful to find too. Yeah, if you ever get lost, just like follow the items that you can see, little glowing white things in the distance. Typically, you can sort of feel out like where you're going in this swamp just by following the items. And there are a lot of enemies around us. I'm just trying to get to fucking this next area over here. Yeah, I also recommend you guys look out for like these staircases too. These staircases that you'll find around the swamp will generally lead to like more of those little flames that you have to extinguish. So keep an eye out for those too. You should be fine. Alright, that is 2 out of 3. Now forgive me if I get a little lost while I'm doing this because it has been a while since I played Dark Souls 3. At this particular flame, there's a bridge over here that you can cross and it leads to another bonfire. You have to kill 3 of these guys to get to it though. Should be easy enough. Nice. Just like that, we have ourselves another bonfire. I think we will actually rest at this one too. Since these enemies that respawn here won't aggro you unless you walk up close to them, so get yourself your health back. This giant door right here is what opens after you extinguish all the 3 flames. Over there is another giant crab enemy. If you want to play a magic build, which is sort of what I'm doing with this pyromancy, then killing that giant crab is kind of important, if I remember correctly. I think he drops a pretty useful ring. Alright, and we actually aggroed him over here, but that's not what I wanted to do. If you fight him over here near this tree, the giant will throw spears at it to help you. Pretty much every time you find one of these trees with the young white branches, the giant will throw spears in the general vicinity, and it'll stagger it. Then you can riposte it. Oh, the lingering Dragon Crest ring, yes. This ring will extend the length of a spell that you apply to yourself. So for example, if you use a spell that would give your character a buff, like make your character move quieter, or give yourself fall control, or like buff your weapon with like magic damage. If you get a spell like that, it'll basically last like 50% longer. So that's a pretty useful ring if you want to be like a spell sword build. And there we also got the Crown of Dusk. That will have... oh, never mind. I was thinking of a different thing. This will just raise your magic damage, but also decrease your resistance to magic as well. So... that can sort of be a double-edged sword as well. Kind of similar to the fire clutch ring and shit. I thought there was something over here, but I guess not. All else fails, we could just go back to the bonfire because... yeah, I don't want to get lost here. Alright. Over here we can find some more enemies. They're just sort of lying in ambush. Let's see, right there, if we didn't have the increased cast speed from our Sage Ring, then that enemy would have hit us before we threw our second fireball. So those kinds of things right there is exactly why the Sage Ring is so important for spellcasting builds too. And over here you can find the Sage's Scroll. Scroll items can be given to the Orbeck of Vinheim NPC in Firelink, and he'll sell you more sorceries in exchange for those. Now over there is an item that is really good for bow users. But we're not going to get that because we're not going to be using a bow in this playthrough. If you guys want that item, by all means go and get it because it is pretty useful for bow characters. And now right over here is another area and another useful item. It's completely full of slugs, so I recommend you have something with AoE damage. Oh no. I almost died to slugs. And here you can get another Undead Bone Shard, so yeah. Come to this little gazebo looking thing here, and then right past this gazebo over here you can find a ladder that goes all the way up, and that ladder leads to another separate area, but I highly recommend you go to that area. In fact, we're gonna go to it right now. Over here are a few more items you can get. Wolf's Blade Swordgrass is the Covenant item for the Watchdogs of FARRON Covenant. Over here is a Sunlight Talisman that has very good scaling with faith. So if you're using miracles, that's a pretty good talisman to have. And yeah, before we go over there and finish off the rest of the swamp, we're actually going to come up here because there are a lot of good things up here that we are going to need. So yeah, just climb on up this ladder. And you can get yourself another bonfire. And right here is the Watchdogs of FARRON covenant that I was just talking about. And that is another like PvP oriented covenant. We're not going to be doing that obviously, but if you guys want to get some cool items, some cool covenant items from like other Dark Souls games, like throwback weapons to other Dark Souls games, then you should join that covenant, because that covenant can give you stuff like that. And then up there you can also get yourself some more ashes and a crystal lizard. But now that that's all said and done, there is another way you can go up there. But we're not going to go there quite yet, because I'd like to finish off the swamp first, just so once we're done with the area up there, we won't have to go through the swamp again. Get ourselves some more items up here. Now, if you've been following where I've been going to extinguish these flames, you can find the third flame over here. But you will have to fight one of these things to get to it, and these things are not easy at all. Pretty much every time you attack these enemies, or pretty much every time these enemies attack you, they will fire out like little seeking orbs that will stagger you. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yellowfinger Hazel, the NPC invader, will invade you again in this area as well, so I'm trying to aggro him. Okay. Okay. Getting a little too close for comfort there. As you can see there, he will fire out those red seeking orbs at you. Those things will stagger you if they hit you and do a little bit of damage. Okay, I did not expect it to stand on the fire and burn itself to death. But that was pretty good. Honestly, that was fucking 10 out of 10. Wow. I sort of accidentally cheesed it. But that's fine. Once you kill that thing, just like come on over here. And then right on like your left-hand side, you'll see another staircase going up. And you'll want to take that up to get to the third. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You'll want to take this thing up to get to the third orb, or flame, sorry. I'm mixing my words here because I forgot there was another guy in the swamp. Let's try to cheese him again, actually. Actually, I don't think that flame can hit him. Oh, it did. Nice. Hell yeah. Sort of accidentally cheesed another enemy. And then yeah, right up here you'll find the last flame that you have to extinguish, so go ahead and do that. And then you're done. After the third flame is extinguished, it'll open the big door, and that'll lead you straight to the boss, as well as another bonfire and shortcut. Oh fuck. But yes, now we have to fight Yellowfinger Hazel with no healing items, so this is going to suck. I'm actually kind of scared. Oh, his attack can go through your shield, I forgot about that. Alright, so Hazel is going to kill us. So I'm just going to run. I'm just going to go back to our bonfire and just chill out there. Good thing we found all these purple moss clumps, so the poison would have killed me. I don't see him chasing us, so I think we're fine for now. Okay. And now we will explore this area up here. Because this area up here is chock full of a bunch of very useful items. Especially if you're a miracle build, you can find a pretty powerful, or not a powerful, but a decent enough miracle spell up here. Oh, that's right, we can't rest at the bonfire because Yellowfinger Hazel invaded us. So that's rather annoying. So I think we're probably gonna die. But that's fine. I have an idea. I am simply going to kill myself so that we can rest at the bonfire and get our health back. We will lose our embered form, but we will at least have the healing items we need to fight the enemy that is up here. As far as I'm aware, the enemy that is up here is highly resistant to all forms of magic damage. So we're not going to be able to do that. We're going to be stuck with this hand axe, unfortunately. You recognize this enemy from the other two Dark Souls games. This is very reminiscent of the Asylum Demon or the Stray Demon from Dark Souls 1. Basically just a giant creature patrolling around up here. Oh, actually my firework didn't actually do that bad against him. Unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately he's just gonna wreck us for now, I think. Our hand axe just isn't powerful enough, unfortunately. Though I suppose we don't have to use the poison bite ring anymore since we finished exploring the swamp. I don't really have any, like, other rings to help with this, though. So yeah, I think we'll probably just leave the episode off here, since we're approaching the time limit anyway. And next time, we'll fight the Stray Demon, or I might honestly just cut it out entirely, just so you guys don't have to watch me fight this thing for 20 minutes. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed my little exploration of the FARRON Keep swamp. And yeah, I'll see you all next time.